Mr. Calm, Roger Hargreaves. Mr. Calm woke up in his bedroom in Treetop's cottage and stretched. He opened his eyes, and as he contemplated the day ahead, the chirping of the dawn chorus floated in through his open window. Chirp, chirp, chirp went the birds. But suddenly the peace was broken by a loud shout. "Be quiet!" It was Mr. Calm's next-door neighbour, Mr. Grumpy, who did not enjoy being woken up by the dawn chorus. Mr. Calm went to the window. "Good morning, Mr. Grumpy," called Mr. Calm, with a cheery wave. "There's nothing good about it," retorted Mr. Grumpy. Mr. Calm went downstairs for breakfast. He sat back in his chair and sipped his soothing cup of tea. Suddenly the tranquil quiet was shattered by a loud noise. Crash! And then another loud noise. Bang! Wallop! Bang! Bang! It was Mr. Calm's other neighbour, Mr. Noisy, playing the drums. Drums at breakfast? "Good morning, Mr. Noisy," called Mr. Calm, without a glimmer of annoyance. After breakfast, Mr. Calm went out to his garden to do his morning exercises. Suddenly his concentration was broken by a voice, a rather bossy voice. "This is just not good enough. Look, there's a leaf on your path, and your pond needs cleaning, and your hedge needs trimming, and your gate needs painting." It was Mr. Fussy, who lived across the road from Mr. Calm. "Good morning, Mr. Fussy," said Mr. Calm, calmly. So, as you can see, Mr. Calm was the calmest person in the world. He was as calm as a calm sea on a calm day. Nothing could upset or disturb him. When he set off for his daily walk, deeply breathing in the fresh morning air, he was not upset by little Miss Quick roaring along the roads in a fog of fumes. Nor did it upset him when little Miss Stubborn Q barged in front of him at the greengrocer's. Mr. Calm was calm even in a crisis. He stayed calm when his boat capsized in a crocodile-infested river. And he stayed calm when Mr. Small's climbing rope snapped. But there was one thing that did slightly trouble Mr. Calm's thoughts, and that was how hectic his friends' lives were. As he walked through the tranquil woods, he decided that he would try and bring a little calm into their lives. And as he walked, he had an idea. What his friends needed was a nice, serene walk. A nice, serene, peaceful walk in the woods. That would be just the tonic. However, the reality of the walk was a long way from serene, and even further away from peaceful, and it was definitely not calm. Mr. Grumpy moaned and groaned that he was tired and his feet hurt. Mr. Noisily stomped and crashed about the woods, scaring all the wildlife. Little Miss Quick huffed and puffed as she sped through the woods as if she was late for a very important appointment, which she wasn't. Little Miss Stubborn argued about which was the right way at every fork in the trail. And Mr. Fussy fussed and blustered. The sun was too bright. He didn't like the insects. Why was the path so uneven? And so on and so on. Poor Mr. Calm. It wasn't what he'd had in mind at all. But being Mr. Calm, he kept his calm. And being Mr. Calm, he had a trick up his sleeve. As he walked along, he began to whistle a charming tune. The soothing music filled the woods, floating melodically on the breeze and filling the ears of his friends. It was so enchanting and tranquil that all his friends calmed down. It was like magic, and maybe it was. Mr. Calm whistled his way through the woods, and it seemed the whistle was catching, for in no time his friends were whistling along as well. They were even all whistling the same tune. And as they whistled, his friends started to notice things. They noticed the play of sunlight on the leaves. They noticed the sound of the birds singing. They noticed the butterflies flitting from flower to flower. And they noticed the soft, cool moss under their feet. In unison, they all breathed a calm sigh of contentment. The only sound that disturbed their peace was hiccup. "Sorry," apologized Mr. Noisy. "I've got the hiccups."